You ever wonder if a guy likes you, but you're not sure if you're reading too much into things? Let me tell you something. Men aren't as subtle as we think we are. We're just hoping you don't notice the signals we're giving off. And trust me, when a man is attracted to you, he'll try to close the distance without even realizing it. When it comes to attraction, most people think of words, compliments, or grand romantic gestures. But often, the most revealing signals aren't spoken, they're physical. The way someone touches you can say far more than any sentence ever could. A man's touch, in particular, becomes a silent language, offering clues about how he feels, what he wants, and how safe he feels expressing that around you. Touch isn't just about physical contact, it's communication. It's his way of bridging the emotional gap without having to be too vulnerable with words, at least at first. When a man is attracted to you, his body instinctively looks for ways to close the distance. He wants to connect to get closer, but he often doesn't know how to say it. That's when subtle, seemingly innocent touches start to appear. He might brush something off your shoulder, help you through a crowd with a hand on your back, or rest his hand near yours just a little too long. These touches aren't accidental. They're calculated in the most subconscious way. He's watching how you respond. Do you move away or lean in? This is how he gauges whether his attraction is reciprocated. A man who's into you is constantly reading the room, your body language, your facial expressions, your comfort level. If you respond positively to his touch, it encourages him to open up more, to get closer, to deepen the interaction. If you pull away or tense up, he takes that as a cue to retreat. Understanding this dynamic gives you a huge advantage, not to manipulate, but to become more aware. When you start noticing where and how a man touches you, you begin to see his unspoken intentions. And more importantly, you're reminded of something empowering. You get to choose how to respond. His touch may start the conversation, but your boundaries, your instincts, and your choices finish it. When a man places his hand on your lower back, it might seem like a small, polite gesture, but it carries more weight than most people realize. This touch isn't just about moving you through a doorway or guiding you through a crowded space. It's instinctive and, in many cases, deeply telling of how he feels about you. The lower back is a sensitive and intimate zone. It's not as forward as touching your face or as casual as tapping your shoulder. It's somewhere in between, subtle but deeply personal. This kind of touch often communicates protection. When a man is genuinely attracted to you, there's an unconscious desire to create a sense of safety and presence around you. That hand on your lower back says, "I'm here with you," or even "you're with me." It's a move that combines confidence with care. It might seem like he's just being gentlemanly, but more often than not, it's a signal of attraction, especially if it happens repeatedly or lingers longer than necessary. There's also a subtle element of possession in this touch, not in a controlling or aggressive way, but more in a way that says, "I'm proud to be near you. I want others to see that I'm close to you." It's territorial in the same way that holding your hand or standing closely behind you can be. He's claiming space near you and showing attentiveness. What's important is how it makes you feel. Does it feel respectful, warm, and natural? Or does it feel forced or overly familiar? The context and your comfort always matter. A touch on the lower back from someone you're not connected to can feel intrusive. But from someone you're vibing with, it can feel electric. A quiet confirmation that there's more going on beneath the surface. Ultimately, the lower back touch is one of the most subtle but telling signs of male attraction. It speaks of interest, care, and the desire to be physically close without crossing any boundaries, unless invited. When a man touches your hair, It often reveals far more than just a casual or playful gesture. Hair is one of the most personal parts of our physical appearance, something people don't usually touch unless they feel a certain level of closeness or attraction. So when a man reaches out to move your hair away from your face, runs his fingers through it gently, or even compliments it while brushing it off your shoulder, he's stepping into intimate territory. This isn't the kind of interaction you have with just anyone. It signals that he's not only noticing you, but he's also drawn to you. What makes this specific kind of touch unique is that it's often connected to how a person experiences chemistry. Hair is soft, personal, and carries scent. It's one of the ways people experience physical closeness in a sensory way. A man who is attracted to you will find reasons to be close enough to engage with those details. When he touches your hair, he's not just complimenting your appearance. He's responding to your presence, your energy, and how you make him feel in the moment. There's also a bit of vulnerability in this gesture. Men aren't usually taught to be soft or tender, so when he does something as gentle as tucking your hair behind your ear, it often means he feels safe being that way around you. It's his way of showing affection without needing to say the words. It's subtle, yet it creates a moment of intimacy that can linger longer than most realize. Of course, as with any touch, context is everything. It should feel natural, welcome, and respectful. If it feels forced or too soon, it might come off as invasive rather than endearing. But when it's genuine and comfortable, that touch says, "I like being close to you. I notice the little things." And often it means he's not just looking at you, he's seeing you. When a man touches your knee or thigh, even in a subtle or fleeting way, it's almost never accidental. This type of touch carries a different kind of weight because it blends physical attraction with a deeper desire for closeness. It's more direct than a touch on the arm or back, but it also tends to be more cautious and measured. He's stepping into a more intimate space, and whether he realizes it or not, he's waiting to see how you respond. This is often a moment where attraction becomes more obvious, and it usually happens when the two of you are already sitting close. May be during a deep conversation, a shared laugh, or a quiet moment. This gesture can be a bold move, but it's usually done with some level of care. A man who's genuinely attracted to you, and not just looking for a quick thrill, will often do this gently and watch your body language closely. He's trying to see if the chemistry he's feeling is mutual. If you lean in or touch him back, it's a green light for him to deepen the connection. If you pull away or seem uncomfortable, he'll likely back off. It's a way for him to test emotional and physical boundaries without putting it all into words. Unlike a touch on the hand or shoulder, the knee or thigh is a more vulnerable spot. That means a man touching you there is signaling a stronger level of desire, but he's also putting some of his own vulnerability on the line. It's his way of saying, "I want to be closer to you, but only if you feel the same." What's important is that this kind of touch should always feel respectful and well-timed. If it happens too early or without emotional connection, it can feel invasive. But in the right moment, it can be a clear and powerful indicator that he's not just interested in you. He's genuinely drawn to you in a deeper, more intimate way. When a man touches your face, it's one of the most emotionally loaded and vulnerable gestures he can make. Unlike other types of physical contact, touching someone's face requires a higher level of trust and closeness. It's not casual, it's intimate. That's because our faces are incredibly personal. They're where we express our emotions, where we look people in the eyes, and where we're most vulnerable. So, when a man reaches out to brush your cheek, tuck your hair behind your ear, or gently hold your face during a kiss or a close moment, he's not just acting on attraction, he's showing emotional investment. This kind of touch often comes after a foundation of connection has already been built. It usually doesn't happen early on or without some kind of emotional context. When it does, it says a lot. It means he's not only physically drawn to you, but also mentally and emotionally present. It means he's paying attention to your expressions, your mood, your reactions. A face touch is often paired with eye contact, which adds even more intensity. It creates a moment where both people are fully in it, with nothing to hide behind. There's also a softness in this kind of touch that sets it apart. It's slow, deliberate, and often gentle. It's not about control or territory, it's about connection. A man touching your face isn't trying to dominate the moment, he's trying to feel more of it. He's trying to close the emotional space between you, not just the physical one. That's why this gesture is often reserved for moments of affection, love, or deep attraction. It's the kind of touch that can make time slow down, even if just for a second. And most importantly, it's a touch that says, "I see you," not just how you look, but who you are in that moment. It's the clearest physical sign that his attraction goes beyond the surface. It's personal, real, and meaningful. The way a man touches you can reveal a lot, but what matters just as much is how you respond. His attraction may be expressed through subtle, lingering touches, but those are only one side of the equation. The real power lies in how you choose to interpret, receive, or reject those touches. Attraction is often instinctive. He may not even realize he's reaching for your hand or brushing your hair away because he's so drawn to you. But the moment you notice those signals, you're given something even more important: clarity. It's easy to get swept up in chemistry. It's that pull you feel when someone's around you, the flutter in your chest, the way your skin responds to theirs, the heat in a shared glance. But chemistry alone doesn't mean someone is right for you. It doesn't always come with respect, commitment, or intention. That's why recognizing how a man touches you isn't just about decoding his feelings. It's about checking in with your own. Does this touch make you feel seen, respected, and safe? Or does it leave you confused, unsettled, or unsure? You deserve to be around someone who doesn't just act on impulse, but who earns closeness with you. Someone who's not just attracted to your body, but genuinely interested in your mind, your boundaries, and your comfort. A man may test the waters with physical contact to see if you're open to something deeper, but your response sets the tone. You get to decide if that touch is welcome. You get to decide if his attention feels genuine or self-serving. Attraction is powerful, but it should never overpower your intuition. Pay attention not just to where he touches you, but how it makes you feel. When a man's energy aligns with his actions, you'll feel it, not just on your skin, but in your gut. His touch may spark the moment, but your reaction shapes what comes next. You hold more power than you think, and that power begins the moment you stop asking, "Does he like me?" and start asking, "Does this feel right for me?"